Love for Guam is brought to you by Pepsi. That's what I like.
Welcome back to LFG Love for Guam. This month, Pepsi Pulse interviewee will have you serving looks for days at any event.
He's a Guam native, a stylist to the celebrities in the City of Angels. If you haven't already heard of him, meet Storm Pablo.
It's time for your Pepsi Pulse.
My name is Storm Pablo. I am from Guam, specifically Dedido, Guam, and I am a stylist based out of Los Angeles now.
He's a fashion guru to the stars.
Specifically for Bad Bunny and Jack Harlow.
But years before the fast-paced life, Storm Pablo called Guam home.
I have a pretty good memory of that. I went to elementary school in Guam at Rio Elementary School. My grandmother worked at, actually she still does work at GPA, and she used to take me to work with her when I was a kid, and we would take these field trips, and she would take me to go get like sweet and sour seeds at the store. Taco Bell specifically.
A simpler time, he was a military kid, so at the age of 12, his family relocated off-island. Fast forward, Storm says his interest in fashion came early, inspired by his mom who worked in retail stores like Gap and Nike.
When I turned like 26, I just got kind of tired of everything that I was doing at the time. I was really just like bartending and working at like sneaker stores, and I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna move to LA and I'm gonna figure it out. And when I did, I didn't really know that I was gonna end up doing styling per se, but everything in my world when I moved here was just aiming towards this position right now.
Working internships and at retail stores, the hustle was real. His work brought him around stylers who he was in charge of scheduling to make showroom appearances.
One day I was just like, man, I really want to try my hand at this, and I did. And you know, I worked really hard for 2 years. Like, all I cared about was, you know, just taking my styling career to the next level. And now we're here.
The 31-year-old says he watches the trends.
My goal now is to give people, you know, especially people of color, you know, the same opportunities. So I'm always looking for new designers, and you know, I would say that, you know, the youth definitely inspires me now. I would say I definitely have more of a street style for sure. I mean, I was born in '91, and I feel like that's something that, you know, and nobody could really take from me. And it's like an experience that, like, I still, you know, let it be TV shows, let it be, you know, cartoons, hip hop at the time, R&B at the time. I really incorporate that into my style today.
A recent article dubbed Storm the stylist who turned Bad Bunny into a fashion icon.
I'm proud of myself for what I'm doing, but I never really think of myself as like the guy that like turned him into anything. I think that we were able to really do that together. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I've worked with artists where it's like, you know, you completely take the ball and run with it, and these are all your ideas, and you dress him. He's such a creative guy. Like, there's things that he's done that I'm like, I would typically never wear that, and I can't believe that you want to do this. And it turns out like being the biggest hit ever.
A big hit, much like Storm's career has become.
It's crazy. To be honest with you, it's weird because it's something that I've been doing for a while now. Even before him, I worked with other celebrities. But a person of his caliber, you know, we just went on tour in Latin America. And there was a moment in time where I kind of just sat there and I was looking at him and I was just like, oh, this is like the biggest artist in the world right now. And like, how am I even in this room with all these Puerto Ricans? And I should probably learn Spanish.
As he puts it, a pinch me moment. But he stays focused on the job to avoid getting starstruck.
It's like one of the only jobs that you can kind of just wake up and just be like, and call yourself a stylist. And you are one, you know? Well, until you know, start getting clients or whatever. But I think that what I learned about it was, you know, when you really believe in yourself and you have this tunnel vision of something that you want to do and you take it day by day, you can really do anything. And, you know, you can't really, you know, use any excuses of like where you're from or the things that you don't have or the position that you're not in. Because to be honest with you, like I said, I mean, majority of my life this far was moving very slow. Tell truth be told, like when I moved to LA, I was sleeping on a couch, you know. So, I mean, it was definitely difficult, and it's a long journey, but less excuses, and I think more work. I think that's the best thing that you can do.
His plan still includes coming back home to visit his family still on island and pushing his new clothing brand, Contra, which drops in the new year.
Half a day, Storm, Pablo. You guys are watching LFG.
We look forward to seeing more of Storm's work. Amazing job there.
And next on LFG Love for Guam, we wrap up the show just right with your Sunday vibes.
Love for Guam is brought to you by Pepsi. That's what I like.